guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to kind of sit down for a minute and talk to you guys about some of the stuff that we're doing for our wedding that might help some people out that are planning for their wedding. I wanted to show you guys some of the things that we've made that we don't have videos on. We don't have videos on all of them, so I wanted to kind of go through all of the DIY stuff that we currently have. And I wanted to show you guys our wedding binder. If you guys don't have a wedding binder, I highly recommend getting one. I didn't think that we needed one until we went to our first planning meeting with our day of coordinator that we hired, and it was very difficult to find everything that we've done because she was asking questions about our photographer and our DJ and our cake decorator and everything, and I was trying to search back through emails in my phone, trying to find like contracts and stuff that we did and stuff that we decided on because I couldn't remember, and I couldn't find them because I have so many emails in my inbox that it was very difficult to look for them and find them if you don't know who they came from specifically or what the description was or the subject line or anything. It was very hard. So I wanted to kind of show you guys what we have. This is our wedding binder that we have right now. I got this cute little binder at Target. It's just a little binder with really pretty gold colors. And then I used our Cricut machine to cut out Mr. and Mrs. Calixto on it, and it's got our wedding date. But I highly recommend getting one of these if you guys don't currently have one, because it's seriously a lifesaver. When we go to our venue meeting and when we have any other meeting with our day of coordinator, like this will definitely come in handy. So I'll just kind of show you guys some stuff that I put in here. I got little tabs so that we can make it easy to find everything. The first one is for the venue. We've got just some random paperwork and stuff from the venue. We went to a tasting, so we have the tasting menu of stuff that we liked and stuff that we didn't like. I wrote down a bunch of questions and stuff that I had so that we could make sure that we asked her before we left. This is our venue kind of wedding package that they initially sent us with all of the choices for everything. You've got all your fees, all of your packages, your buffet menu that you have here, which they said that they can customize a lot of this stuff for us, which is nice. Your plated menu, but we're not doing plated. So I just kind of kept all of this in here as an easy reminder and go-to of what we're choosing and what meal packages we like, and you know, marking off what hors d'oeuvres and stuff that we like to have. So that's all in here. And then we've got our wedding planner, who we decided to go with for our day of wedding coordinator. If you guys don't have, if you're like not sure if you want a day of coordinator or an actual wedding planner, I'm a very, like, just my recommendation in my opinion, I'm a very DIY person. That's just who I am. I do a lot of stuff myself, hence all of the stuff that we've been making for the wedding. But we didn't want to spend the money on an entire coordinator for like the entire thing because that's a lot of money. But I at least highly recommend doing a day of coordinator just so that you don't have to be in charge of anything that day. Like, so you can show up, you can get ready, you can do all of your stuff with your girls. And you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to do check-ins with your family if they're helping you out. You don't have to worry about talking to vendors. You don't have to worry about somebody not showing up on time. Your day of coordinator seriously helps and plans it all for you, which is amazing for that day. So you don't have to worry about it. I highly recommend that. We've got our photographer contract in here. Our florist. These are all of the pictures that I sent over to the florist that I liked and wanted for our wedding, like the bouquets and the table garland and all of that stuff. So we've got all of the things that we're doing there, like your bridal bouquet, your bridesmaid's bouquet. We're doing round centerpieces and rectangular table garland because I really like the look of the circular tables with the rectangle tables, like just a mixture, not even a specific number of both. I really like the look of just the mix of both tables. So we're doing rectangular tables and round tables. Obviously just regular centerpieces for the round tables, but I really like the table garland for the rectangular ones, which are gonna be more like these with just a couple flowers put in them. And then we're gonna do something similar to this, obviously not exactly like what these pictures are, but something similar to this for the sweetheart table. We decided to do just a sweetheart table instead of a table with your whole wedding party, just because I've been to a couple weddings and it was kind of weird for me to sit separately than Jamin, like when we went to a wedding, if he was in the wedding. And I just didn't like the feeling of it. So and we don't have a huge wedding party. There's 3 bridesmaids on my side. There's 3 groomsmen on his side. So we are just doing a sweetheart table with just us. And then near us, we'll have the bridal party and their families so that they can sit near us, but not with us at the table. So those will be for rectangular tables. And then this will be for the table garland on the sweetheart table. I really like the picture or the look of these bouquets for the bridesmaids. These are for the circular centerpieces on the circle tables. We've got our wine barrels that we have with the big gigantic floral pieces on them. So we have a tab specifically for all of this, accent tables. We're doing a couple cake flowers, the wine barrel arrangements, all of that good stuff. So I keep that in here so I can remember what I told her I wanted, because I don't remember, obviously, everything. We've got our DJ contract in here. We are doing a photo booth, so we have our photo booth contract and stuff in here. It's called Snapbox in Portland. If you guys live in Portland, you should definitely check out Snapbox, because we're doing this natural wood backdrop, I guess it's called. And then the photo booth box that we're doing is this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's this like really wood kind of rustic box. I love it, I'm obsessed. And then we have our cake and desserts. We have our cake contract in here through Lex Sucre, which is the best company that I found in the area. Like, they are amazing. We are also using them for so we're doing our cake through them, and then we're doing a dessert table through them. It'll probably all be on the same table because our cake's not going to be super huge. But we're doing our dessert table through them too. So we've got a bunch of random desserts and stuff that we chose that we want on this table. A lot of it's to be determined because we don't know how many people we're going to be having at the wedding yet. So obviously we don't want a ton of like desserts if we don't have that many people coming. So it'll be dependent on how many people actually attend the wedding for how many desserts we're going to order. And then we have our wedding dress, who I went through for the wedding dress that I got. I've got Jamin's suit information in here that he ordered online, like his special custom suit. I've got the bridesmaid dress swatches. We did go with David's Bridal. I really like the look of the colors that David's Bridal had, and it was just really easy to match all of the bridesmaid dresses together. I didn't want my bridesmaids to be in the same style dress in the same color. I really like the look, and I think it goes with like a rustic theme maybe, but I like the look of all the bridesmaids being in a different style dress with a different color, but in the same color scheme. So we went with these. Jamin's sister Bree came with me, and we picked out all of these different colors, and they went together so well. I cannot wait to see the girls in them. They've already all ordered their dresses. Very neutral color themes for our wedding. And then I've got some receipts that I've kept for the decor just in case we need to like return anything if we don't like it later on. I just keep all the receipts in a little envelope. And then on this last page, we just have some random stuff that we might be going through, like an event rental company that we liked, some options for kegs. We were thinking about doing a keg at the house that we rented. So we rented this house near the wedding for the day, so we're getting married on a Friday. And then we rented the house for Thursday night through Sunday. So we're gonna have the rehearsal dinner at the house on Thursday, and then we're going to have, after the wedding, everybody's invited, like all of our close friends and family are invited back to the house, and they can stay at the house and kind of hang out with us, party with us the night of the wedding. And then we rented it through Sunday. So whoever wants to stay through Sunday can stay with us, and it's kind of like a little mini vacation, I guess. It's a really nice house, kind of, I think it's 20-25 minutes from the wedding venue. But Jamin wanted to get a keg for the rehearsal dinner since we're having it at the house the day before the wedding. And then obviously they're not going to go through it the day before the wedding, so keep it for the whole weekend for whoever wants to stay with us. But if you guys don't have one of these, or you're not sure if you should do one, I highly, highly recommend it, because this is a lifesaver. We have a wedding meeting coming up with our event coordinator, Jordan, with her, and like a planning meeting set up with the venue, like the first one. I don't know how many you do, but it's the first meeting we have with them. And so I'm gonna bring this so that I can remember like what we marked down that we liked and how many tables we might need. Obviously it's all dependent on how many people actually come to the wedding, because we're not sure. We did send out invitations a couple days ago, and then I gave them about, I think it was a little over 30 days before the wedding that they needed to RSVP so that we could get a good head count of who all is coming. So we'll have that when we do the planning meeting at the end of March. We'll have a better idea of how many people are coming, so we can decide on how many tables we need. Like I said, I don't really need a certain amount of circle tables and a certain amount of rectangle tables. It just depends on how many people come. I think we're gonna try to see the same amount of people at each table, and I think we're gonna go with 8. When we went to our menu tasting at the venue, I think we sat like 10 to a table when we were there, and it was really cramped. Like we were like shoulder to shoulder, and it wasn't the funnest experience. So I think we decided to go with, these are the table signs that we made with the gray stain that we've used on everything else. We have tables all the way through 15 so far, but we've got these for other tables once we find out like our actual guest count. I didn't want to make a bunch of them in the event that we don't actually have that many tables, because then it's a waste and we're not going to use them. And if we don't use them for these table signs, maybe we could use them, I don't know, for something else. And these are just extra blocks that I stained that we might do something with. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see. And then we have these signs that the girls are going to carry down the aisle, the flower girls. That one's super funny. And this one's for Addie. I have to figure out if the girls can, I guess we'll have to do some practice runs. If the girls can even carry these down the aisle and drop petals, or if we can't even do the petals because they won't be able to carry and drop. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research on it. Maybe look up some footage of people's weddings with girls carrying them and dropping petals, if there are even any. I'm not sure. And then I made these, obviously not the hangers. I bought the hangers on Amazon, but with my Cricut, I made these for the girls, for the flower girls and the bridesmaids. This one's Callie's. They've got our wedding date on them. And then Taylor's. All these are the flower girls. And then we've got the bridesmaids. Cassie is my maid of honor. She's my sister. They've got like the rose gold vinyl on them. And Lauren's my sister-in-law. They turned out Super cute. And then we made this for the memorial table, so we have one of those little like stands that it'll go on, so that it'll lean on, so that we don't have to rely on it being just on this, otherwise it might fall over and break stuff. But this is for the memory table. It's so cute. And then we made, my nephew is going to be our ring bearer. And I saw this thing on Pinterest where the little boy was wearing the glasses and carrying like a briefcase style case down the aisle because he's the ring bearer. So Jamin found these little kids, like these little boy glasses online. They're so cute. It says Agent Carson and then ring security. And then he found this tin, it's like a lunchbox, like a kid's lunchbox online, and we printed the vinyl for it with the vinyl diamond. And I don't know if we'll use these, this came with it, but this is cute too, so that it looks like super secure, like one around the case and one around his wrist. But so you can walk down the aisle in something like this. It's so cute, I'm so excited to see what he looks like. We have a couple extra woods that I don't know if we're going to do anything with these. We just cut them because we bought them for the Flower Girl signs, but we have extras. And I stained them just in case we end up using them for something. And then we have this big piece, which is what we're going to put the what is it, unplugged ceremony sign on. This one's like pretty large. I mean, it goes up to my waist. I'm pretty short though, so it's probably a 3-foot sign. And then I found these things online that are, what are they called? Translucent papers. I found them online. I bought 2 stacks of them, but they're basically like printer paper, like 8.5 by 11 printer paper, but they're see-through. Don't see them. And so I've been seeing on Pinterest this stuff where they print the menus on the see-through paper, and then you cut them to whatever size you want. This one, I think we're gonna do 3 on one of these, and then you lay them on the plate, on everybody's plate, so that they can see what the menus are. And so we did a test run. We haven't locked down our menu yet. I'm sure we'll do that when we have our meeting at the end of March. With the venue and our wedding planner. But we did like a mock one so that we could determine what font we wanted and what color of font. And this is what they look like. So you've got our names on it with our wedding date. And then you've just got, like, this is just, we're not sure if this is going to be the full menu or not, but these are the options for everything. Aren't they so cute? They turned out really cute, and they're just see-through, so you can see like the white plate underneath them, and we have some gold chargers that'll go underneath the white plate that should match, or that some copper chargers, sorry, that should match the copper in the color of the font. I think it'll look really cute. Once we lock down our menu, we'll be able to print a bunch of these for everybody, and once we find out how many people are actually coming, that will be helpful. I think that's everything we've done so far, other than the wagon, which I already showed, and the wine barrels, and then the one welcome sign that we have, those big signs.